Welcome to my channel if you're for the first time. Welcome back if you've been following. So, I guess this is technically not a biography, but I feel like it's along the same vein, so I decided to do it. As you know, I like to do like a series of books each video, right? Like pick a series in that genre. And so I chose the Saints series. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints put out a series of 4 books called Saints. It's basically a history of the church. So I was able to read the first 3. I didn't get to the 4th one. So we're going to add that to next year. Because if you remember, I've talked similarly. I want next year just to be a year of finishing series that I haven't finished. So we're going to do that. What to say about it? I guess I do appreciate how in depth the books were. So much so that it was almost like the Hamilton one where you're just like, okay, let's move on. So I do appreciate that it was like in 4 separate books and they didn't just try to put it all in one. But maybe I wouldn't have quite have done 4. I might have like maybe done 2 of them and just, I don't know, they went really in depth. But I do like how they didn't shy away from some topics. There are some topics in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints history that people are not very happy with, but I like how they didn't shy away from it. They're just like, look, this happened. Yeah. So I did like that. I learned a lot of new names that I haven't heard before, so that was really cool. Like I said, I guess the only thing I would say about it is sometimes, yeah, it was like a little too in depth. That you're just like, okay, I just wish we could skip through this section. But overall, it was really good. Each one, yeah, is like around 40-ish chapters. Sorry. But yeah, I figured I'd read it because history biographies, they're very similar, right? Like a biography is like a history of a person. So I figured it was around the same vein, and I had been wanting to read them. So I'm glad I did. I really would recommend it to anyone who is like a history buff and wants to know about history. Because they did kind of go through all the historical events, right? World War I, World War II, things like that from the church's history. So I feel like even if you're not interested in religion, you might still be interested in these because it still talks about historical events, but just from the position on, okay, we're this church, what do we do about it? And yeah, they really don't hide anything. The books are broken up into years, and I don't remember like exactly how, but it's like, I think it starts in like 1815 and goes the first book, but yeah, they break it up into years like that. So it'll be like 1850 to 1900, even if it's not that far, they'll do it like that. So they go through like each of the presidents of the church, and yeah, big historical events. Yeah, 4.5. out of 5. Just because, yeah, sometimes I'm like, okay, I could move on from this. But yeah, it's been fun reading biographies. I would say this one, I think between biographies and histories, I might like biographies a little better because they focus more on one person. The Saint series at times, yeah, they went into real depth, which I liked, but also could feel a little overwhelming because it almost gave me flashbacks to like history class, and I'm like, oh, do I have to remember all these dates and names and events? So histories, I feel like at times can be a little overwhelming. I guess the biography of Alexander Hamilton can feel like that. Anytime you're doing like a bigger book and it's about a historical event or person, I feel like it can feel a little overwhelming. So I did feel that at times, almost like I had to be ready for a test. But yeah, I enjoyed them. When I was younger, which probably most people will agree with, when you're a teenager actually taking history classes, at least I didn't at the time really care. I was like, this is just boring. But now that I'm older, I'm to the point where I like learning things. So I actually did appreciate that you learn a lot in this. You can tell that a lot of time is taken. The Saints uses a lot of quotes, which I like because it's not like hearsay, like, well, they said so and so said this. No, they actually have like a quote from so and so. So I really did like that. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more I could say about Saints. So go read them. Like I said, even if you're not a religious person, you might find some useful information in it. But thank you. If you like this, please give it a big thumbs up. Please, if you're new, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification button. As always, I'd love to hear from you. This month is like the first time I've ever really gotten into biographies or histories, so please, please, please recommend any that you have, because I'd love to read more. This is why I spent this year doing this, exploring all the kind of genres, because yeah, you could find things that you really like. So please recommend any. If you have read the first 3 Saints books, I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Because yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions, and maybe you have an opinion that I missed. But that's it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.